Guys, welcome. Haney's Quandary and Canelo's future. The business of boxing is still undefeated. All of this and more. World Boxing.
WAW presents Big Time Boxing USA on WAW Radio.
Guys, welcome. Happy Wednesday to all of you guys. And I tell you what, I didn't come by myself. I didn't come out with some Arm and Hammer. Guys, it's my pleasure to introduce at this time the incomparable Montequilla, Adam Lopez. Adam, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys? Ready to talk some boxing?
Oh, isn't this beautiful, man? Meeting on Hump Day, brother. I tell you what, and it's pretty dismal outside in San Antonio, Texas, but that's never going to deter us. And I tell you what, guys, a lot has been happening. And you know, if we have a special guest like Rick Glazier, if we have a special guest like Ronnie Shields, we're obviously not going to spend a ton of time talking about the business of boxing. But we are today, and that's what we do, guys. And we understand that a lot of fight fans don't like to be encumbered with the business of boxing, right? Because it's almost like going to your favorite restaurant, right, Adam? And if they don't make something anymore that you absolutely wanted on the menu that you look forward to, it's not going to make it any better when the chef comes out to you and says, hey, we don't carry that cut of meat anymore because of inflation. We stopped carrying it. And that's just the way. It's not going to make it any better for you. So that's what we're here for, guys. We actually will explain the business of boxing to you, let you know what's coming on the road ahead. But wear that fan-colored, pom-pom wave, man.
Yeah.
You should have some stake in the fight. Support your favorite fighters. And don't worry about analyzing the business. That's what we're here for, guys. Continue to be great fans of boxing. But with that said, this was the only channel that told you what was the road ahead for Devin Haney. That he was not going to fight Sandor Martin. That he was going to relinquish the title. And that his only big money option at this time was Ryan Garcia. We told you this was going to happen. We also told you that Ryan Garcia, everyone's been talking about, he always get a 2-year suspension. Guys, he's not going to get a 2-year suspension because, and you're going to find out later on this week, more than likely he's going to get 6 months, maybe even less, because it's plausible with all of the history that we reported on this channel of supplement contamination involving Osterine, with all of this evidence in front of us, available to the New York State Athletic Commission as well, right? So that's plausible. Everything that Ryan's been saying and his attorney, his team, has been stating, has been consistent, that the intent wasn't there to defraud or cheat, that it was a product of self-contamination, right? And Adam just bolted. Well, hopefully he'll be back sometime within the next couple of minutes. But see, that's so we have got a lot to discuss, guys. We've got a lot to discuss, and we're hopefully going to make it within 60 minutes. We're going to try to make it a top 60, tight 60. But guys, if you haven't heard what started this, and we projected that this was going to happen as well, that no one was going to be interested in, if this went to purse bid, if they were foolish enough to go to purse bid, that no one was going to, no promoter, no network was going to want to pay big money for this. So when this went to purse bid, and Bob Arum, Top Rank, was the winning bid, and it wasn't very much. It definitely wasn't nearly enough, nearly as much as what Devin Haney has grown accustomed to receiving per fight. And we already knew that this was going to happen. And guys, this is why we say it, I mean, all the time. We've been telling you guys this for the past 3 years since we've been on YouTube, that this is a real problem. Paying out inflated purses never ends well for the health of the sport. And here's why. Now, why it's positive for an individual fighter short term, but if it doesn't match his market value, well, he's in serious trouble then. His options genuinely decrease, and most fighters, once they grow accustomed to being paid those inflated purses, Adam, how easy is it to get him in the ring for a fraction of what he's been earning?
It's not easy at all, because he says, "Oh, I'm a $20 million fighter." He just made his biggest payday after Ryan Garcia, so he thinks that he's worth it. He thinks that he really did think he was the show. He wasn't the show at all. He doesn't promote fights. He's the most unlikable guy in boxing, and his inflated sense of self-worth is insane, because it's kind of like, dude, you realize that you didn't sell the fight. You haven't sold any of your fights. And for you to be saying that you want $15 million or above is ludicrous. That's insane. You should take a vacation. You should take he tweeted, I'm gonna take a 2-year vacation from boxing, and then I'll wait till his suspension's up, and then I'll come back to fight. Dude, he should take a lifelong vacation from boxing and just not come back. He should take a vacation to the Bermuda Triangle and just go away.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's insane for him to think that we want to watch that. We don't. He's done. He's done. And the sooner he's gonna have if he does fight Sandor Martin, which he probably won't, he'll probably vacate. I think the smartest move for him is to vacate. If he does, I don't think he's gonna look good. He's not gonna look good. It's gonna be a sneaker fight, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna have to come to the self-realization that, I'm not the big ticket seller I'm not the superstar that I think I am.
Yep, that's it, guys. That's it. And who's to blame? Now, look, you can't blame Devin Haney and Bill Haney for merely accepting these inflated purses that were given to him. Credit to him and honestly, I'll give Bill and Devin Haney credit. I really didn't think that these purses would persist and continue this long. Now, who's to blame for this, though? Who that standard? Who put this in his pocket, in his mind, that he was a bigger ticket seller than he was? And guys, look no further than Mr. Eddie Hearn. Now, we pay. Now, this was once it feels like in Devin Haney's mind that the walls are closing in on him. That, wait a minute, what's happened here? This isn't what's supposed to happen. This isn't reality. Well, yes, it is reality. And it's a hard dose of it. And he's thinking, oh my gosh, is everyone turning on me now that I've lost? No, dude, you've just been under this false sense of security and this skewed sense of market value because Eddie Hearn put it there. Now, once again, to try and attract talent, when DAZN was first getting off the ground, he wanted to invest in the best young talent that wasn't already taken. And he thought that was Devin Haney. And so he paid him $3 million to face an old Yuriorkis Gamboa. $3 million to face Jojo Diaz in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
He paid him $5 million to take on Regis Prograis. So, and then he makes a lot more than that, a career high payday, to get beaten up by Ryan Garcia. Right?
Yeah.
So now when you look at Sandor Martin, right? You look at this and it's like, so he is in shock. He's in a state of shock. He's like, wait a minute. And the guy who helped create this facade, Eddie Hearn, he didn't even want to bid on this fight.
Yeah.
And so Devin Haney's like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And so his response publicly was like, wow, Matchroom, nasty work. I'm sorry, were you under contract? It was him and Bill Haney's decision to be a free agent. He thought he could just float from promoter to promoter, from network to network, and be able to dictate his own terms under the guise that he was actually a big star. But look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you that free agency only works if you're a guy who can sell tickets. It only works for the big stars of boxing. Those guys don't even need promoters to get their own TV dates. Guys like Manny Pacquiao, guys like Floyd Mayweather, guys like Canelo Alvarez, right?
Yeah.
But how many fighters exist that actually have that clout? Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Who else? Maybe Tank Davis? We'll see, guys. I don't think this maybe did well, but that's for another episode. Let's stick on this. So Devin Haney now is like, well, what the hell am I doing? What the hell do I do? He has no idea what to do because his reality has just collapsed. It's closed in on him. And he is not taking this well. This is a shock to him, his ego, and his career. What does he do? And once again, this is evidence of this, guys. And we told you this was going to happen. He said, take some time, spend some of my money, travel the world. I'll be back in 2 years after Ryan's suspension, and we can fight again. Well, hey, brother, newsflash. Who's going to be interested in Ryan versus Devin Haney in 2 years from now? The business of boxing doesn't work that way, guys. Adam, who's going to be interested in that?
No one. I mean, they're going to be 2 years older. 2 years older. And, I mean, do it while you're hot now. I mean, he's hot right now. He's not hot right now, but I mean, like, he's at least a little bit relevant because people want.
Well, that's a hot matchup right now.
Yeah, people still under the guise of Ryan Garcia cheated. Devin needs to get his revenge when Ryan's not cheating. Same thing, same shit's gonna happen. It's gonna just happen sooner. He's gonna get stuck.
Well, once again, guys, and the reason why I'm bringing up our track record of telling you guys successfully what's gonna happen, right, is so you guys can share this to other fight fans. Tell these guys to quit watching these idiotic channels who wouldn't know anything about this business because they've never worked a minute within it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let these guys know, man, that, hey, if you really want to know the business and learn more about it, there is a channel here that everyone on this channel is working in this business, a working member of it. This is why we were successful in telling you all of this and being able to see what was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And look, Sandor Martin, and Adam's right. Has anyone ever looked good against the tough Spaniard?
No, no one's ever looked good. The best boxers don't look good against him.
Nope. Mikey Garcia lost.
Lost him.
It was sent him into retirement.
Teofimo got dropped.
Teofimo, well, he he got, in my opinion, he was lucky to get the W.
Yes.
Okay, and once again, if Devin Haney were to fight him, and I think he knows this, one at best case scenario is that he would get the W, but wouldn't look good doing it. That's the best case scenario. In my opinion, he loses this fight exactly like Mikey Garcia did.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And we're not going to see it as a result. Now, once again, this is why I was so hard on Bill Haney. I was like, dude, this guy's a fraud. All of this is just a smokescreen. All of the terrible videos he made with his kids, basically being just screaming at the top of his lungs that Ryan Garcia was the villain and he deserved it because this isn't right. We signed up for a fair fight. Really? He signed up for a fair fight. Yeah, okay. But you know what? This is why I was so hard on him earlier, because I'm like, nope, this is a smokescreen, guys. He understands that his son got his ass whooped and it was his fault. He didn't prepare him for that left hook. He had, like, honestly, Adam, watching that fight, did it look like they had any answer for that quick left hook off the jab?
They had none. His defense wasn't even there. Like, in regards to anything, the guy was getting caught with a lot of punches, and his footwork, it wasn't there. I always hate when people go, "Oh, Devin Haney has great footwork." It's like, are you really watching him, or are you watching someone that you think looks like Floyd, and that you think resembles Floyd, so you kind of put them together and mash them up together, like. If Floyd had a love child with fucking somebody else, and that's Haney, and then you're like, oh yeah, he's like that, he's like Floyd. It's like, dude, he's nothing like Floyd.
Well,
he legit does not have the greatest footwork ever. The guy plots. He's flat-footed. He's just very, very athletic. I will give him that. He's very athletic, but other than that, he's got nothing.
Yeah, look, and once again, Adam, you have an advantage. And I will say this, everyone in this chat has the advantage. Because if you listen to other guys on Twitter and on other shows, yeah, they genuinely don't really understand what they're looking at. Not in the ring, not out of it. Now, they can tell you who the IBF champion is currently at 126 pounds, but that doesn't make you an expert, right? So Adam has an advantage to you guys, and this is once again reaffirming everything that I say all the time, that our chat consists of the smartest fight fans on the internet at this time. And I stand by that, and I will till the day's end. Like, you guys are awesome, man. And it's funny, but you go to the Twitterverse, the Twitter boxing universe, and it was weird. And Adam's right on the money. They actually were professing, heralding this guy, crowning him as the next Floyd Mayweather. That's why they were in such shock and dismay when he lost. When he not only lost, got his ass whooped. And there was like, oh, okay, well, he had to have cheated then. Well, no, just Haney doesn't have a good chin. He finally stepped in the ring with someone who actually was his size and could crack. And he's just not that skilled, guys. He's an excellent fighter to some styles. But to someone who is more athletically gifted, better reflexes, harder puncher, and his size, yeah, it was a recipe for disaster if they weren't prepared for it. And Bill Haney, he's a fraud. He's not a world-class trainer. There's no way in Hades he could have prepared him for this.
The guy doesn't even know how to throw a punch.
Go ahead.
The guy doesn't even know how to throw a punch.
Yeah. That's why he's got no leverage on his shots, guys.
Yeah.
So, you know what? And so here it is, guys. And so once again, we've been telling everybody this, that this was going to be a big problem for Devin Haney. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. And I said this, he's going to find out his only option is a rematch with Ryan Garcia. Even though as everyone's telling me, oh, wait a minute, they've already come out and stated they have no interest in a rematch. I said they will. As soon as they realize that there's no money in any other matchup at 40 for him, He's not the draw. He's not the big ticket seller he was groomed to be by Eddie Hearn. Now, where's Eddie Hearn?
He's gonna run for the hills because he's gonna be like, I already milked this cow for what it's worth. This cow's tits are dry, and I'm not gonna get any more out of him because they already know he's done. They know. Like I've seen when fighters get ruined. Rick says the same thing. I said the same thing. I've seen fighters get ruined. And that was one of those fights. There's a lot of mentally things that happen mentally when you go through something like that. Plus, physically, your body's not the same anymore, and you took a lot of punishment that night. I get that, and you know what? I can't get mad at him for getting like ruined in a night. Dude, you fought your fight, and that's what happens. This is boxing. You had a great career. You were undisputed champion. I don't like the way it happened, but you're part of history, and you should ride off into the sunset. Have one fight, have a good win, and guess what? Be like, you know what? I'm gonna retire. I don't need to do this anymore. I have $30 million. I have smart investments. I'll ride off into the sunset. But no, he wants to keep this going as long as he can. It's not going to happen anymore. And the sooner that he can come to a self-realization that he's not the big ticket seller is a step in the right direction, because he's not. He doesn't need $1 million for him is the best thing ever. That's the best thing. That's the best he can get for being.
That is absolutely right. Honestly, Adam, he's damn lucky that the bid wasn't 1.7 million, with him getting less than $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he is damn lucky that he's getting even that much. But I will say this, and this is what makes it laughable. Do you remember us telling you guys way back yonder that this entire Shakur Stevenson bid was insane? Oh, we offered him 25%. That was a real offer, man. Oh, we offered Tank. Tank turned down 30 million. Do you remember all that noise at Bill Haney? That, once again, we called him out back then. He's a fraud, guys. So once again, DAZN, after losing their ass in the Regis Prograis Devin Haney pay-per-view, they weren't about to pay any inflated purse, and Eddie Hearn knew this. And so now, yeah, they didn't even make an offer. No, hell no. No, thank you. And so that's where it is. But I will say this. Now, this was Ryan Garcia's response to the Devin Haney tweet, right? He said, damn, Devin, 2 years to train just to come back and get snapped again? Can't beat me. If I'm suspended for 2 years, then we know how bad this game really can be. That's what he said, because in his mind, Ryan, and it's completely plausible that it was a product of supplement contamination, and we told you guys that as well. And for that reason, I don't know why guys like Memo Heredia, guys like Victor Conte, they truly want this to get a huge suspension for 2 years. And I'm like, well, they're only saying this because he's not their client, right?
Yeah.
Because look, and I'm going to tell you why, guys. Because New York State Athletic Commission, they understand that, one, the excuse of supplement contamination is completely plausible, and that does not prove and completely acquits Ryan Garcia of any intent of malfeasance, right?
Yep.
Of foul play. And so what they're going to do, understanding that he's one of the biggest attractions in America, if not the biggest at this time, they're going to give him the most minimal, which I think is 6 months in New York. They're going to give him 6 months in New York. He's going to be finished up with it just in time for Christmas or early January to fight Devin Haney in a rematch. Because I can tell you this, 2 years New York State Athletic Commission, they want what's best for boxing. And Adam is keeping one of the biggest draws in America out of the sport, out of the business for the next 2 years. Is that a good or bad thing for boxing?
It's terrible. It's terrible for both parties. I mean, Ryan Garcia is going to have to be 2 years of not fighting, not being relevant. Devin Haney, who shouldn't be relevant anyways, is going to be even more irrelevant. Like,
Yep.
it's bad for boxing. I don't want to see anybody get shelved. They're not getting shelved, but they're shelving themselves due to just being selfish and being just like, just trying to fucking milk everything for what it's worth. But I mean, it's not good. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for anything. It's not good for both their careers. And
No, it's not. Once again, fans complain all the time that we don't see the best fight, or that matchups they marinate way too long.
they do. I
Right?
hate that. There's also something called overcooking, and that's what
Oh
happens.
yeah, over marination, absolutely, brother.
Marinate. Yeah, it's just salty.
And then if it doesn't sizzle on the big stage or create that drama, yeah, you know what? It's not a good look for our business. Okay, and so for all of those reasons that we just stated, guys, don't expect the New York State Athletic Commission and Melvina Lathan to come back with a 2-year suspension. That would be detrimental to the sport of boxing and counterproductive. They're going to come back, but they got to give him something. So they're going to come back with a 6-month suspension. Mark my words, guys. Hold on. The supplement companies provided proof that those lot numbers were not contaminated. Okay. Are you sure about that, brother? Are you sure about that? So once again, there is so much evidence pointing to the fact, pointing to the theory that this was contamination, supplement contamination. And there's so much evidence in that supporting Ryan Garcia's theory, right?
Yeah.
There's so much evidence for that. And so once again, if anyone is thinking that this is going to conclude, right? This is going to be resolved in terms of Ryan Garcia's team versus these 2 supplement manufacturing companies, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is more than likely, I'll tell you what's going to happen, because rather than taking this all the way to the line, they're actually just defending themselves. But in my opinion, what's going to happen is they're just going to settle out of court. Because there's already been precedent set where, and I think what was his name? The MMA guy, right? Romero?
Yeah, you're right.
He was suspended in 2016, and it didn't get resolved until 2019, with Romero actually being proven correct. And he was rewarded over $24 million. Okay? This isn't going away. Ryan understands that, hey, if I'm telling the truth here, because Osterine, yeah, it doesn't benefit me in the slightest, especially if it's showing up the day of the fight and the day before the fight. It doesn't benefit me in the slightest.
Yeah, that's the thing that didn't make sense to me at all, is when they came as it goes, they got popped for Osterine. I go, okay, let me see. What does Osterine do? And it goes, yeah, it builds muscle mass and this and that and this. And I'm like, okay, that makes no sense if he took it for the day before and the day of the fight. That makes zero sense at all, because it's not EPO. It's not the good stuff. It's not stuff that's going to give him unbelievable conditioning. But I mean, they said he got popped for that. So I said that makes no sense at all. Let's see the B samples, and it comes back that the dosage is so minuscule. It's like that's all that shows. It's got to be supplement contamination right there. So I mean, what's there to talk about?
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right. And so once again, guys, that company is doing whatever they have to do because they understand that tens of millions of dollars are at stake here, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, they file suit, and they come back with a settlement for Ryan Garcia, and this happens within the next year and a half. Okay, let's go though. Here it is. Now, once again, Profound Dreamer, thank you, brother. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for the super chat, my friend. And I hope that, but no, once again, what was the lot number? Was it even, like, honestly, I haven't even examined all of this yet, though. But I'm sure Ryan's legal team has, and I'm sure the New York State Athletic Commission has. Or was that even presented to the New York State Athletic Commission as evidence? So I don't know. I'll find out, though, this week, brother. Thank you for bringing that up. But Boxing Source, yeah, it'll be 6 months from the time of the bout. So that means we're already halfway through it. Yes, sir. That's it. Now, once again, you cannot prove intent. If this was indeed supplement contamination, that is a plausible excuse. Positive for it. And that's his responsibility ultimately, what he puts in his body. Okay? But the fact that he listed it as an exemption through the New York State Athletic Commission and they signed off on it and approved it means that they cannot hold him for anything longer than a slap on the wrist, Adam.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is. Luis Trevino, welcome to the show, sir. He says, Joseph, the important question is, will Haney get his O back? I will say this.
No contest, maybe?
Here it is. Yeah, but that means he gets his O back. If it's change or no contest. But my point is, does it even matter?
It doesn't. He's doing that he's doing that for optics and to make him feel better. That's how fragile he is. He's doing it to make him feel better. So he can tell him, I'm still undefeated. It's like, bro, we all 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. We all saw you fucked up that night. We all saw you get fucked up that night. But it makes you feel better. Technically, in the fucking fine print, it says that you're undefeated. But we all know we have fucking memes. You're a fucking meme.
Well, dude, Adam, you're brutal. But guys, look, he still was able to retain the title. Does that help him any?
No, and do you see that?
Is that helping him make it? Is he? No. So here, listen. Is that helping him make big money still?
No, because the titles don't mean shit.
That's it.
The titles are going to be over, and the sooner if Alice Sheik buys boxing, realistically, if he does buy boxing, everything, you know who's going to get the worst end of it? The bodies, the belts.
Yep.
The belts are going to get the worst end of it, and
belts
become obsolete because it's only going to be one thing. The belts are going to have to pay him, Alice Sheik, to get fucking brought in.
Yep. And honestly, guys, I am happy that the sanctioning organizations are being phased out. Look, guys, and once again, how many champions are there, Adam? How many title holders, legitimate champions, are there in boxing that have yet to make $1 million purse?
Oh, you have a ton. You have a ton because they don't know how to market. Like you have like if you look at the UFC, you could say, oh, it's not a group like a finer product. Like these guys aren't really fine tuned. But you know what? They market their guys. They get their guys in movies and shit like that. They know how to market their guys. You have guys fighting for the Bad Motherfucker Award, the BMF belt, and it's two guys with 17 losses. Between both of them, they have 17 losses. But guess what? It's a great fight, and they sell it. They sell the shit out of it. You got two undefeated guys fighting, and you don't know who they are. You don't even know Devin Haney. You just know you don't like him.
That's it. And so look, guys, we're gonna close this one out and we're gonna move on. But a perfect segue to that is right. Why did the WBC reward David Benavidez with a version of the WBC title at 175 pounds when everyone knows that Arthur Beterbiev is the man and the WBC champion. So with that performance, his very first, or I should say his second, as a light heavyweight, put it this way, his first 12-rounder as a light heavyweight. Why would they give him the interim WBC title? Why would they put it on David Benavidez' waist?
Dude, they that's the thing.
Because nowadays, it's no longer the belts make the fighter. The fighters make the belts now.
That's how it's always been. I mean, that's how it's always been. And one of the first person that ever told me that is Tonal Senior. He told me that. He was
Ayala Senior, God rest his soul.
Yeah. He told me, he was like, hey, he's like, the first thing is the belt doesn't make the fighter makes the belt. That's why the IBA was a world title, and once Golovkin got it, they started getting looked at a little bit better. They started going, okay, well, if Triple G's got the IBA belt, then this kind of sanctioning body.
Oh, are you talking? Oh no, you're talking about the IBO. Yeah.
IBO, ABA, yeah, one of those.
Yeah, no, you're getting confused with the IBA, which was the title that Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya fought for way back yonder.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either one. It's one of the I. It's not the.
But I know your point though. You're right, and the titles have always, it's always been made stronger with a strong champion. Yes. So the fighters do in fact make the belts. Not the other way around, guys. And once again, it's high time that these fighters say no to giving these sanctioning organizations 3% of their hard-earned money. Because it's a racket, guys. It's extortion, and it's a racket, and it needs to come to a close because it doesn't mean a damn thing. That's it. So let's segue to David Benavidez, who just beat Alexander Gvozdyk, right?
Yes.
For the interim WBC 175-pound champion, whatever the hell that means. Here, Luis Trevino says this, because the reason why we're talking about Benavidez is because we're going to be talking about Canelo, right? And once again, we told you guys that he's not going to fight William Skull. When it was reported, and this is one thing I can't stand, guys. Why can't journalists just confirm something to be true before they put it out there?
Because you got to be, it's all about clicks, dude. You got to be the first. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. It gets a click.
Chingao, man. Chingao. I'm sick to death of this. They all want to be first, and they're quick to put out anything. It's like, dude, just do your job, man. Because, they wanted to report first that, Canelo had made a deal with William Skull's handlers, and they came to an agreement. Yeah, they came to an agreement that he was going to get some step-aside money.
Yeah.
But Adam, does that mean he's going to get to fight Canelo?
We don't know because we don't know what's right.
No. I'm telling you. That was a rhetorical question. I'm sorry. No, he's not going to fight Canelo.
Yeah,
and here's why. Here's why, guys. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Because who the Skull?
Once again, just like in David Haney.
Dole? His name should be William Dole because no one knows who the fuck this guy is.
Yeah. Look. First of all, and this is just one more thing to hold against these sanctioning organizations. How can a guy who is number 25 in the super middleweight division become their IBF's mandatory challenger for Canelo? Yeah, how does the number 25 guy in the division become their number one contender?
What? His manager slipped something to the IBF? Or?
Exactly. It's a racket, guys. So once again, he gets step-aside money. But I said this last night on Ronnie's show. Montes Staniones got step-aside money from Manny Pacquiao. And then when Yordenis Ugas became champion, he got step-aside money from Yordanis Ugas to fight Errol Spence Jr. And then Errol Spence Jr. gave our Hermanos Staniones step-aside money to fight Terrence Crawford in unification, undisputed. So just because you're getting step-aside money doesn't mean you're going to get that fight.
Yeah.
And as soon as Canelo figures out and realizes, because of his last couple of pay-per-view showings, especially this last one, and with piracy being such a huge problem, that no network, including DAZN, including PBC, are going to be willing to pay him his $35 million guaranteed purse to fight William Skull. As soon as he realizes that, he's going to ditch the belt and move on. And he's going to say, okay, go ahead and take it then, because I'm not taking anything less than my $35 million. And as soon as he realizes that DAZN is going to lose money with the Hamburger Langa fight coming up in September, then he's going to know I have no choice now. I have to either fight Crawford or Benavidez or both. And guys, that's what you're going to get in 2025. Because you're right. I'm almost positive it's going to be Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez in September on DAZN. And no, he has no obligation to fight with PBC, and he knows they don't have any money.
Yeah, they're done.
So what you're going to get, guys, in September, take it to the bank. You're going to get Edgar Berlanga on DAZN versus Canelo Alvarez in September. Or, here's the wild card, if Canelo or if Terrence Crawford has a change of heart and doesn't want to clean out the division and become undisputed at 54, if he decides, hey, you know what, Turkey? I do want to fight Canelo next after I beat the brakes off of Madrimov. If he looks good doing it and decides he wants to fight in a huge money fight with Canelo, then you're going to see that. But that's the only case in art, because from what I've been told, Terrence Crawford has had a change of heart and he wants to clean out 54 and become undisputed in 3 different divisions like the great Henry Armstrong. That's what I've been told. Adam, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in either scenario? And is Canelo, because of piracy, is his star fading?
I don't think his star is fading because due to just like, I mean, pay-per-view numbers, it doesn't look good, but that's just pay-per-view numbers. He still has a huge fan base. He's still performing at a very, very high level. So, I mean, just criminals are going to be criminals. They're going to steal, dude.
Yeah, well, look, and you know what? I'll say this, Adam.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to fault the long-suffering fans of boxing.
Yes.
Right? Because this is the only fan base in professional sports that's been expected to foot the bill for every major event since you've been alive, Adam.
And they're making astronomical money. They're making astronomical money because UFC guys, they're not really getting paid that much. I mean, to be honest, they're getting paid $3 million, $1 million, and that's for a main event. Tank just got. I mean, Devin Haney, the most boring guy ever, personality wise, is getting 15. It's like, okay, there's a little bit too much. I know. I don't know if there's any conspiracy theories in the chat, but I mean, there's a great reset. There's a great reset theory that we're all going to just get fucked up, and then it's going to start at 0 again. Boxing maybe has to go through a thing like this, so we can come back to 0, start getting paid $1 million, which is going to be a major payday for boxing, and we're going to have great fights though, and that's the good thing. But that, I mean, I don't feel like Canelo's star is fading. I just feel like people are just gonna get something for free if they want it. And guess what? Like, I don't want to contribute to a guy making $20 million, dude. It's like I gotta go do I gotta go do Route 1108 for 10 hours. Do I really
Yeah.
want to spend that much money? Like, dude, I just want to have a good time. I want to drink beers. I want to eat tacos. And
Yeah.
the fight. That's why you missed. Remember, PBC was saying free boxing on TV, and that was a great idea. And then it just never fucking panned out. And then every fight they had was promotional or a pay-per-view fight. Totally backfired.
Well, look, that was out of necessity, though.
Yeah,
Once
but
again, man, this is what happens though when you treat people like shit. I
yeah,
mean, look, the only reason why everyone had an axe to grind with Al Heyman when he first started PBC is because of how he started PBC, basically gutting Golden Boy of all of their talent, taking all of his clients and putting together his own program after Golden Boy developed his talent and he benefited from all of their TV dates, paying them inflated purses from HBO, Showtime, Telefutura,
yep,
yeah, all of that.
yep.
And basically leaving Golden Boy for dead. Completely unethical. And it almost ruined Golden Boy. The only reason why Golden Boy even survived was because Canelo was loyal to Oscar at that time. And he saved them. And so once again, in this racket, Promotions 101, guys, it just takes one big time player for a promoter to become a big time player in this business. It only takes one star. That's it. And you can build from that. And that's exactly what Golden Boy did. And credit to them for not packing it in because it looked bleak. But that's why, guys. And so since then, there have been a lot of people in this business who have had daggers, who've carried daggers for Al Heyman, and who will hold anything, or hold it against him, regardless of scenario, regardless of circumstance. Because look, Eddie Hearn guilty of doing the exact same thing that Al Heyman was doing, paying out inflated purses and skewing the market. And guess what? People give Eddie Hearn a pass, especially fans. But Al Heyman, people will always remember him torching Golden Boy and leaving them for dead, gutting them of talent. And so that's why people didn't support PBC being for free on TV.
Yeah.
I know it's immature and stupid because we all should have embraced the product being on national TV once again for free. That was our chance. But once again, fans are fickle. They hold a grudge. So does the media. And yeah, it's on pay-per-view now out of necessity. So what's the solution, Adam?
Solution, I
What's
think.
the solution, brother?
Oh, say it again. Oh,
What's the solution? What's the solution for obviously pay-per-view? Basically, what you're doing then, you're not making as much money as you possibly could, and you're limiting the amount of eyeballs on it. Now, if you're getting 15 to 20 million people looking at this streaming illegally, which the numbers have been dictated, and once again, guys, they track all of this with the same music tracking service that YouTube currently uses. It's called Museo. And I know this because I'm a musician, right? And so they've been tracking the last several events. And yeah, the numbers haven't been good, but they've been tracking it. And between 15 and 20 million illegal streams have been tracked. So if you're getting that much traffic and people of interest looking at this product, why don't you just put it for free on your website or on your YouTube page and make money from sponsorship that way?
yeah, that's the smartest thing to do because, I mean,
Because you're limiting the audience then if you don't.
everybody's got YouTube on their TV. You might as well just use YouTube as a platform and get huge sponsors. Get all the big, get Anheuser Busch, get Tide detergent, and Procter and Gamble. Just get everybody. They're all gonna want to. It's one of the most viewed sporting events of the day. It's huge.
Yeah. Look, guys, but see, here's the problem when you illegally stream it, right? Again, you don't have solid numbers to show for it. I mean, unless you show them the music tracking numbers. Now, if you can actually make sponsorship and solicit sponsorship with those numbers, then yeah, it can work. But that's, in my opinion, that's the only solution, because pay-per-view isn't cutting it. And these guys have to start realizing that piracy, they can't continue asking for these amazingly huge guaranteed purses. Like Canelo, DAZN and Canelo are going to find out once again in September if they do in fact go through with the Berlanga deal. Yeah, who's going to support it on pay-per-view, dude? And what kind of numbers would you project it doing? Now, once again, you still have the Mexico versus Puerto Rican rivalry. But who's gonna pay for that on pay-per-view?
Yeah, no one's gonna pay for it because Mexico Puerto Rico rivalry. But yeah, but who's Berlanga? Berlanga's seen his best days, and they've already won. I mean, Berlanga doesn't really have a fan base in Puerto Rico. More so, he's got a more fan base in New York. It's not Puerto Rico. He's just Puerto Rican. That's it. It's not like Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto had a huge fan base in Puerto Rico. Well, wouldn't really say huge, but he's got a fan base in Puerto Rico. He's got a country behind him. Berlanga is a mixture between American and Puerto Rican. It's not going to be good. It's going to always be great on the Mexican side. Mexicans will always watch Canelo. But other than that, it's not going to be a huge seller. It's not going to be big at all.
Hey, hold on, Adam. Listen to this, dude. Listen to this. Lewis, it's funny. Look, Bruce, I did, and everyone who knows, like, Bruce has been coming to this channel for a while now, and everyone knows in the chat that I used to give him a ton of shit all the time. But I don't know if he told you this or you know this, but since his mother-in-law passed away, my respects, rest in peace. His mother-in-law passed away and gave him a ton of money, left him a ton of money, he and his bride. And so now he actually pays for every event. And do you know why? Because his channel became popular since I used to give him shit. And now he's monetizing it. Now he's actually making money off the channel. So he had better be purchasing these events now. And Bruce is a great fan. So, yeah, he told me that that's exactly what he's doing. But do you realize, though, how many channels on YouTube? Do you realize how many channels on YouTube profess to be and have monetized their channels, are making money off of it, but don't purchase shit? They still illegally stream it, and they also encourage people to illegally stream it. Do you know how many? Now, those are the channels you should avoid. But my brother Bruce, no, I gave him shit, and now he pays for it. So there it is. Oh, hold on. Man, stop hating. Why pay for these fights when they don't give us what we want to see? All right, dude. Look, we've had 6. Look, Adam.
Yeah.
Over the last 2.5 years, we've had 6 unification bouts for Undefeated. 6. And we're about to get 7 later this year. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Is that not the fights that you don't want to see? Those aren't the fights you want to see?
No.
Dude, you know what? I'll say this. I'm not hating, dude. What I will say to you is quit trying to rationalize being a broke cheap ass.
Warwick, I don't sound like that at all.
Because that's what you do. That's what you do. Well, here, listen. This is ignorance in the highest order. Bruce, my bro, we stream it for free. What's the big deal? I'll tell you what the big deal is. Because then you don't, if you think you're not getting the fights that you want now, What happens when everyone steals it? Then you're definitely not going to get the fights you want then, because they won't be able to afford it. Right?
Yeah.
Brother, what business model can survive in any factor or realm of business? What business model is sustainable if the customers steal it? I'll wait, dude. Give me one that actually works and is sustainable if every single one of their clients steals the product.
I get that, and then I also get where Ross Cloud is coming from. It's basically he's gonna take it. He's gonna steal it. That's gonna happen. It's gonna for sure happen. But what they can do is put on NBC, dude. Get sponsors. Put on NBC. Have free TV come back. If not, then do closed circuit. Let's all go to the fucking drive-in. Let's fucking do
Yeah,
it.
you know what, man? That's an outdated concept. And now, once again, that would take time to change the culture, right? That
Yeah.
would take time to change the culture, because Rome wasn't built in a day, right? But
Yeah.
look, you can't be that obtuse to reality, Rasclot. Okay, now, once again, what business is sustainable if the customers steal the product? It's common sense, brother, but I know that's void sometimes in the boxing community, but try to use some.
Yeah.
Now, Lewis says this. I'm not hating. I'm just keeping Joseph and Bruce again. Okay, well, look, I'll give you a little hint, and this is what I told Bruce, right? Okay, this is what I told Bruce. Hey, brother, monetize your channel. Purchase the pay-per-views, and at the end of the year, use it as tax write-off, because that's your business. Now, it's a side business because he's on a fixed income. But it's tax deductible, guys. If you actually make money doing this, and if you're in this business, then it's tax deductible. Anyway, that was just a piece of advice that I gave Bruce, because that's what I do. I'm in this business. Adam's in this business. He could use this for research purposes, purchasing the pay-per-views, and he could write it off at the end of the year. So anyway, but that's what I do, guys. So yes, I purchase every single event, Luis. But anyway, what were we talking about? Canelo, right?
Yeah.
We're almost a year or an hour in. I'm sorry I went off on that tangent, brother, but it's imperative that fans understand the business end of this. And look, if they don't think that any of their actions are consequential, then they're dead wrong. Now, one person, and this is the problem, Adam. One person individually says, okay, they're not going to miss one less purchase, right? And how are they going to find out? They're never going to find out that I didn't pay for it. So yeah, I'm not going to pay for it. But if everyone thinks that way, and that's a big problem, because everyone is thinking that way, and they're rationalizing it by saying, hey, you know what? There are too many pay-per-view events, and I can't afford to pay all of them, and I won't pay for all of them, because I've been paying for these events for the past 3 decades. And you know what? Damn it, boxing owes me for once. That's the quandary, guys. That's the quandary. But look, guys, the business of boxing is still undefeated in terms of the fighters, right? The business of boxing, the rules for the business are absolute, right? It's like, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, man. Canelo, Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, whomever. You're not going to attract as much attention or as many media outlets as you would for a look. When the bosses of boxing, the fans, when they mandate something, you had better do what they say. You had better fight who they want you to fight, or else it's not going to end well for you. Adam, do you think this last pay-per-view with Jaime Munguia, do you think it only sold 500,000 purchases because it wasn't David Benavidez?
That's a good question. I mean, it quite well possibly could be that, but I mean, Jaime Munguia is a pretty good second replacement. I mean, there's a 1A and a 1B. Benavides is 1A and Jaime Munguia is 1B. A lot of people like Jaime Munguia's, his age. He's very, very big for the weight. He was doing pretty decent, and then he got caught, and then after that,
Yeah, look, and
but
look, I will say this. I knew that the fight was going to be entertaining, and I loved the matchup. Was it the matchup that we all wanted to see? No, absolutely not. But yeah, it was much better than Edgar Berlanga.
yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, William Dole. It's better. It was better than that potential
William
matchup.
Skull, William Dull.
So it's better than that. I mean, and it's going to be better than Edgar Berlanga. Berlanga's going to get wiped out. And that ain't going past 5.
Yep. Look, and look. I'm sick of this though. Here, look. I'm just sick of this. I agree with that. Like, why pay for prospect Frank? Look, dude. Please do not be vocal and outspoken, rationalizing why you shouldn't financially support your supposed favorite pastime, because I'm sick of hearing it. Like, honestly, dude, just go sell that bullshit to someone else, because you're not going to sell it here. Look, brother, I understand you're a cheap ass. Quit trying to rationalize that. Either you financially support your beloved boxing or you don't. Okay? And if you don't, just admit it. Quit trying to rationalize it by saying, oh, I don't like this matchup. Oh, I don't like. You know what, dude? If you're not paying for it anyway, then why the hell should they make the fights that you want to see? If you want to be able to say, hey, I'm the real boss of boxing, so you guys had better make the fights that I want. If you want that power once again, then you better start paying for it, damn it. Or else, why should they care? Now, Let me ask you something, Adam. Have they ever given a customer survey to fill out to a shoplifter?
No, I've been to Walmart plenty of times and went through self-check, and they've never given me a.
And once again, when is the last time you've ever heard of a shoplifter referred to as a customer?
I'll buy a few things and then just the slide over over the self-check, and then I'll be fine. But I'll buy a few things. I just need a little discount. That's it. That's everything.
The 5-finger discount. But look, guys, look. Yeah, you are trying to rationalize. Yeah, why you shouldn't have to pay for it. Dude, and once again, it might work on the Twitterverse, but it's not going to work here, dude. It's not going to work here. All right? So look, if you don't care about your beloved boxing, if you don't care about these fighters, if you don't care about the health of the sport, then keep doing what you're doing. But you know what? Go to another channel then, if you want to brag about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Calling the fans who pay for them broke. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't get that.
Like, honestly, dude, just stop. Just stop, dude. Okay? Just stop. Because you're trying to rationalize this and talk to someone who actually knows better and who's in this business. Okay, I understand that. You're speaking for yourself. You know what, dude?
Props.
All I can say is this: if you love your sport, if you love your favorite pastime, and if it is in fact your favorite pastime, then support it if you can financially. And if you can't, then wait for the replay. Wait for the highlights. Do not steal it. Okay? Don't steal it. Don't get into that habit. Because when you get into that habit of seeing it for free and stealing it, you're not going to want to pay for it, even when a great fight that you asked to see comes around. Okay? Don't get into that habit. It's a terrible habit to be in. You shouldn't steal anything. And rationalize that. Chingao. So anyway, that's about it, guys. But look. I can guarantee you this. Canelo is going to fight Berlanga in September. Unless Terrence Crawford decides he wants to go right into Canelo after whooping that ass. But even then, he's fighting in August, and I think Canelo still wants to fight in September. So it looks like his biggest money option at this time is going to be Berlanga in September, because he still is a decent ticket seller in New York. He's still it's still that Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry, and Eddie Hearn can sell it, but it's not going to do any better than the numbers we just saw for Jaime Munguia. It's not. In fact, it's probably going to do considerably less. And until Canelo fights who the fans want him to fight, you're going to see you're going to continue to see numbers that are less than scintillating. So here's the final question before we let everyone go, Adam. And I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Does Canelo take the bait and elect to fight David Benavidez after this lackluster showing at 175 against Kvostic this past Saturday?
I mean, take the bait. I think he's got no other. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's taking the bait. I think he just has no other option other than to retire. And I mean, it's like war games. The only way to win the game is to not play. I mean, if he's gonna want to make money, he's gonna have to fight David Benavidez. It doesn't matter if he's gonna get baited into it or not. He has no other options. Nobody wants to watch him fight unless it's Benavidez. So he's got nothing else, to be honest.
Wait a minute. I love what you just said. And how the hell do you know what War Games is, dude? You're way too young for that.
I'm Joseph. You know, I know some 70s music. I have an old soul. I talk in metaphors. I have an old soul. You know, the only way to
Adam, you are awesome, brother. And Adam, you have my please accept my sincere apology. And I'm sorry I wasted a lot of our time together going off on this tangent, because I can't stand when fans will try to rationalize stealing from these fighters and these networks who pay millions of dollars to stage these events for us. So I'm sorry I went off on that. But look, man, do you think it's going to be Berlanga and then Crawford and then Benavidez in 24 and 25 respectively?
To be honest, it probably will be that, and I don't know. I kind of like Terrence Crawford in that fight with Canelo, and if Crawford beats Canelo, the Benavidez fight will never happen, because I think no one will want to see it. We just saw a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, Canelo lose to Bivol, and that kind of brought his mystique down, because he hadn't lost since Floyd, and then we watched him just go against a young guy that was bigger than him, that was just as athletic or just as hungry as him and athletic as he is, and he beat him hands down. And then that kind of brought his stock down. The mystique of him being great at the Mayweather fight. We said, oh, well, now we just finally saw him get beat thoroughly. It wasn't controversial at all. No one's calling for a rematch. He hasn't brought up Bivol at all. And
no, and he won't,
because the guy was too big. The guy was too strong. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew. And we got that. We saw that. And no one's really asking for that again. We're asking for Benavidez. But I mean, I don't know. I think if Crawford beats him, no one's gonna want to watch him versus Benavidez. If they do want to watch him, they just want to watch Benavidez beat him. That's it.
You know what, brother? That's a very good point. So strategically, would you put then Benavidez before Crawford if you truly believe Crawford's going to win? I don't see it, Adam. I don't see Crawford beating him.
You don't
now. So you think it'll play out to look a lot like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler?
It might. I mean, if Crawford out another division, becomes a 3-time undisputed champion, he's got to be mentioned up there as one of the best pound for pound of all.
No. You're absolutely right. But Canelo's not a slouch.
Yeah,
Once again, I mean, dude, you're talking about Canelo Alvarez, not a guy who started his career at 135 pounds.
true.
Terrence Crawford began his career at 135. Now, I understand they're roughly the same height, but Canelo is a big dude. I don't think Terrence Crawford can hurt him.
Yeah,
And once again, if he tries to fight Canelo in the pocket, he's getting decapitated.
you're bringing up good points because guess what? This reminds me of me saying Peters was going to stop the nail when he didn't bring his power up to 68 to 75. Same thing.
That's it.
Terrence Crawford, he can't bring his power up to 68. So that puts a big hole in my logic and puts a big hole in
Yeah.
That's why we let the fights happen and we see how it plays out.
That, you know what, that's a good policy to have. And once again, that's why they fight the fights, because in the theater of the unexpected, anything can and often does happen, my friend.
Yes, I'm coming as a fan, and I would want to see a part of history, just like, dude, this guy was 135. He just came and fucked up Canelo. That would be amazing just to watch. But then at the same time, there's so many things that we're not thinking about. Him, a huge jump up in weight. And it sounds amazing. It sounds like we're watching history. It sounds like we're watching Duran Bland running back 5 pick sixes. But we just gotta. This is why we watch the fights and we see how everything happens.
That's right. That's it, guys. That's it. And just as we were reminded this past Saturday, anything can and often does happen in the theater of the unexpected. And a 10-1 underdog, relatively unknown from Australia, dominated Subriel Matias, the incumbent champion, to become a champion, right? And that really happened. That really happened. But look, guys, he's got to get past. Yeah, Terrence Crawford still has to get past Israel Madrimov, an undefeated badass at 154 pounds, right? That still has to happen, guys. But in my opinion, and from what I'm being told, it's going to be Canelo versus Berlanga in September. And DAZN is going to be in for a shock when that doesn't make back all the guaranteed money, purse money, that they're going to give Canelo for this. They're going to give him $35 million just because he's coming back. But when they lose money once again, yeah, they're not going to be that thrilled. And they're going to, in my opinion, they're going to intervene and say, hey, if you want us to fork over the bill and pay for this, you're going to have to fight either Benavidez or Crawford next. Yes. And preferably that. And once again, what are his other options? William Skull?
William Dull.
The winner of Christian Mbili and Derek Janko? Yeah. Those guys aren't ticket sellers.
Yeah, I was saying. That's what I'm just saying, dude. He's officially ran out of options.
Once again, guys, the business of boxing is undefeated. The business of boxing is undefeated. The business determines who you fight. And the fans are the real bosses of boxing, at least when they pay for the product. So, guys, that's the benefit of financially supporting. That's the benefit of financially supporting your favorite pastime. Because I tell you what, Adam, do you have any problem supporting your San Antonio Missions?
Dude, I gladly pay that $10 ticket just to Missions play, dude.
Yep, that's it. Last question, Adam. Here it is from our brother Meeting Meal. I want to thank all of you guys for joining us this afternoon. He says, can DAZN really be that stupid to pay Canelo that much? Why are these people so stupid overpaying boxers? Look. It's the promoters. Selling this, inflating the purse amounts of these fighters, and selling the network a bill of goods. Look, that's why we tried to tell you, hey, Showtime going out of the business, ducking out of the business, saying that the product and the viewership did not, it wasn't cost effective any longer. It wasn't worth their investment dollar. So now DAZN is looking through everything with a magnifying glass. So is ESPN. Let me ask you something, Adam. How many big events has ESPN staged this year?
Fuck, I can't even think about it. I can't even think. No.
Yep.
They haven't had a pay-per-view this year, correct?
That's it. They haven't even had very many big events. It almost looks like Friday night fights, prospects. That's it. Their last big event was Super Bowl week, and it was a dud. Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah.
It flopped. And before that, Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos, and that flopped too.
Fuck. We might be becoming a niche sport.
It's already become a niche sport. We're already there. And you know why? Because these guys don't purchase it. If I bought every boxing pay-per-view, I would be homeless sleeping in a car. No, you wouldn't. Because you've spent more money on much worse. Come on, we all have. Quit trying to rationalize it, dude.
Yeah. You ever gone to a strip club? That's about the dumbest shit.
Yeah. Dude, what are you talking about strip club? How about your neighborhood tavern?
No,
dude, I could easily run up a tab of over $100 in one night. Easy. Easy.
Do not even put the local tavern in the same stratosphere as a strip club.
No. My point is it's expensive everywhere, Adam. But
Guys,
yeah, at a strip club, that's like your
strip club or bar. Say it now. Go for it.
First of all, I don't ever condone or even talk about strip clubs. Those places are evil.
That is an evil place. It is.
And I'm a devout Catholic. But I will say this. Yeah, dude, that's like half your rent. Right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Look at James. I had a tab over $100 on Monday night. Yep. So don't give me this crap that you'd be homeless sleeping in a car just from your financially supporting your favorite pastime, because that's a load of crap, guys. You spent more money on much worse. So stop it.
But at least at the bar, you're having fun. At the strip club, you're just walking around with blue balls all night, dude.
Dude, stop.
It's pointless. They don't even like.
Oh, Chingao, Adam, you're crazy, dude.
So fucking hot, and then it's just walks away, goes to somebody else, and you're just like, I'm such a fucking loser. Why? I don't know why I tried to talk to her. She thought I was such a dumb.
Dude, yeah, and these mumbons probably think they actually have a chance with these girls, huh? Hold on. HLD goes, Catholics are the number one supporters of strip clubs. Not practicing ones, homie.
The new pope would fucking
Pope Francis.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck.
Oh, guys, stop it. Don't talk about my Catholics. Come on now. HLD. Look, dude. Real devout Catholics do not listen to Bad Bunny, or they do not go to strip clubs, okay? I know you're speaking relatively, but you don't have to here. Welcome to the show, HLD. We love you, man.
Have you ever actually listened to a Bad Bunny song?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you ever actually read the lyrics to in English to a Bad Bunny song?
Why would I?
It's the most retarded thing I've ever heard. It doesn't even make sense. We should read lyrics right now on the stream.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't, dude. Stop it. I guess, look, guys, honestly, I'd rather get a nice paper cut and pour some lemon juice in it than read or listen to Bad Bunny lyrics.
Damn.
Oh, Chingao, dude.
The chat's going crazy. They got opinions on Bad Bunny.
Sid UK, God bless you for saying that. Proper Catholics are good people. Salute to my Catholic brothers standing on principle. Yes, sir. Salute to everyone who stands on principle. We all pray under one God, my friend. We do.
Want those
And he's with us all who recognize it. Right? Hold on. See, look. Yes, devout Catholics do not listen to Bad Bunny. You're right. God bless you, though, Sid UK. May God be with you always, my friend. And I will say this. Yeah, guys, look. If you can't and don't want to financially support these pay-per-view events, then damn it, at least support the businesses who are showing it for free. Like Dave and Buster's. Guys, I want to thank everyone who came out to our event on this past Saturday. And it was a stark success, and we had a huge crowd. So thank you guys for being there, right? Okay, here's Mr. Devout Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny songs do drop pennies in my favor. Yeah, got it. We love you, HLD. Never change to please anyone, my friend.
I'm telling you, Bad Bunny's getting the chat going. Everybody's got an opinion about it. It's awesome.
Well, geez, I'm not going to bring up Taylor Swift, though, man. She can go.
Oh, dude, yeah, don't bring her up.
No, not going to do it.
She's going to ruin Kelsey. It's okay. Anybody in the chat play football, don't draft him. Don't draft him.
Will. You know what would be the best thing right now for boxing? If Taylor Swift started dating Ryan Garcia.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Dude, really? Yeah, look, dude. You know what that would do for our beloved boxing?
Conspiracy theory is, and I wouldn't put it past them at all, is that NFL paid her $100 million to get with Travis Kelce to bring this buzz. And it became the most watched Super Bowl of all time based off just that.
Yeah. And you know what? It was worth it then. It was money well spent if they paid her $100 million. Because they made billions from that.
Billions off it. Yes, HLD. Yes, she is not sexy at all. No, dude. That's like an ironing board with a bra on.
Oh, stop it, guys. She's lovely. Don't say anything bad about women. That's terrible. That's just terrible. Look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, guys. Come on, stop it.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'd rather have to take my eyes out if I have to look at Taylor Swift.
Oh, come on. But look, you're with the lovely Babe Lopez. I'm sure that, of course, she's going to look like a dog in comparison.
I have it.
So there it is. So there it is, brother. There it is. But guys, come on, don't badmouth any women on here. Even ones that resemble an ironing board. Oh, Chingal, I think that's our cue to close it up, Adam. Oh, guys, look, guys. But this is, once again, we're gonna close it with this. This is why we oh, hold on, Sid UK. Oh no.
Told you.
Yep, Ryan can do better. Taylor is flat as a board, probably scary in the morning and packing. Oh, dude.
Hey, Sid it is with a big mic.
Oh my gosh. You think she's sporting a papaya? Wow. Yeah. Oh, geez. I never even thought of that. You think she's a Caitlyn Jenner?
I don't think so. I don't think she's a Caitlyn Jenner, but it's fun to say. Fun to say. I like it. I'm on Sid's train, dude.
Dude, Adam,
like,
you're such a trip, dude. Oh my gosh, Adam. That is a trip, man.
I didn't go to the Olympics either. I didn't go to the Olympic team, but I didn't make the team. I got third. And then the other Adam Lopez didn't make that team either. He wasn't an Olympian either.
Yeah. But Adam Montequilla Lopez, well, what a badass. Guys, if you want to see what a badass Adam Lopez was in the ring, look, like seriously, look up Adam Lopez versus Pablo Cruz from Houston. 2 undefeated fighters going at it on Showbox. Look up that one. Yeah, Adam Lopez was a badass. Really enjoyed watching, and it was an honor to be able to call some of your fights, dude. Oh my gosh. She's really. Your name is real. Your real name is Tyler Swift. Oh, chinga. Thank you for joining us,
One of the
Toby.
lads. One of the lads.
Oh, one of the lads, a wee lad.
Legend.
Oh my gosh, that is legendary, dude. On that note, guys, we're gonna go. But once again, thank you guys for being our extended family and being by far the most intelligent group of fans on the internet. We really appreciate you being here for us, guys. God bless all of you. Adam, any parting shots for our extended family?
No parting shots. I kind of wanted to talk about the whole Devin Haney thing, about his whole, like, we were talking about how he was with DAZN for a little bit, and then, well, he was with Showtime first, then he went to DAZN, then he went to Top Rank, then he went back to DAZN. I kind of wanted to elaborate more on that, but that's for another.
Well, brother, there are no big fights going on this weekend. There aren't any big fights until next weekend, right? So we've got an entire week and a half still to elaborate on this, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing tomorrow, my friend?
Me?
Yeah. Do you want to have a road show while you're on doing your route tomorrow?
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Because it would have been a perfect day. Today actually, I was supposed.
You're right. It's supposed to be rainy once again. The weather's supposed to be terrible tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow, because I was supposed to have the day off today, but then they called me in. They were like, "Hey, you got to come into work," and I go, "Dude, come on, dude. I'm 1/8 black. I should have this." And they were like, "No, well, you're gonna have to come in." I go, "Fuck, all right." I come in, I work, I get off early.
Dude, you're supposed to say, "Dude, why can't I get Juneteenth off? I'm black from the waist down." Yeah,
exactly. And the best part about me, dude. But weather's gonna be hot tomorrow, so my phone's not gonna be over. Because, guys, I am a mailman. I'm in that LOV, and it gets to be at least 120 in there. Plus, so the phone overheats. Plus, like, actually using like the speaker and everything, the phone does overheat. But you know what? Tomorrow I'm ready. Let's have fun.
it's very good. So we're gonna reconvene, guys. We're gonna start up a little bit earlier, probably around noon, Adam. Right?
Yeah, let's do it. The sooner we do it is the better, because it's not gonna be as hot.
Very good, guys. And what about we're gonna probably at least 11 or noon tomorrow. We're gonna have a special matinee version. Lunchtime with Adam Lopez is what we're gonna call it, guys. We're gonna make this a regular thing every Tuesday or Thursday at lunchtime for you guys, okay? And once again, it's always a treat to converse with Adam and hear what kind of wacky shit he's gonna say next. Yeah, I tell you what, Adam, never change to please anybody, brother. You're funny.
Yeah. Well, no, I like talking to you guys, because I mean, it gets me through my day, and just talking boxing with guys that we all have the same interest, and we just all want to have a good time. The chat lit up as soon as we just started going off the rails. That's when it's more engaging. That's when it's more fun for me. I like that.
Okay, well, we love you, Adam. Thank you, brother. And you know what, man? Thank you for joining the team, my friend. And I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to calling all the fights with you on August 24th as well, which is going to be our next event. That's going to be care of South Park Boxing, AAA Promotions. That's going to be the Shrine Auditorium. Tickets are going to be going on sale in about a week. Nice. So really looking forward to calling all the fights with you there, man. So thank you for joining the team. We're much better off with you in it. And I tell you what, it's definitely a lot more entertaining. So thank you, my friend. So we're going to reconvene tomorrow, guys, at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be able to expound on that Devin Haney thing. And we'll also talk more about Tyler Swift. And there it is. And there it is, brother. So I tell you what, guys, on behalf of the incomparable Adam Lopez, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to WAW Boxing. Thank you for for being a part of our day, guys, and allowing us to be a part of yours. God bless all of you, and have a great evening, everybody.
Rashawn Holdings proudly presents War Week Radio Chats with ring announcer Joseph Herron